So if you've been watching ASAP this past week, you probably stumbled upon a video where he talks about this very blatant ghoster and Stream Sniper. If you haven't, highly recommend you check it out to understand the situation. And I found him today in mid lane. So on behalf of my fellow one-tricks who has been target banned by him, I'll take his LP and I'll teach you a bit about League of Legends in the meanwhile. So sit back and relax and enjoy this commentary. Let's just get straight into it. Well, we didn't get the greatest matchup. Swain Syndra is pretty bad, but I do have off-stream buff, so I can still manage. Just do your best auto attacking the wave, so we can contest and get level 2, roughly the same time as her, and fish for ease if she walks up. A lot of challenger players will dodge towards you, like she did, right? I played against this dodge pattern many times. They don't fool me anymore.
Is faker or what?
But yeah, just keep farming as well as you can. If she walks up, again, I'm trying to fish for ease. When I miss ease, I'm in danger now. You can see she walks up. I dodge the W, but I can dodge the Q. But again, now she has cooldown, so we just keep autoing, keep farming. Don't walk up here, because it's obvious she's just gonna Q me. I'm just gonna be patient. I'm not gonna lose creeps anyway. Just be patient, wait until they get a little closer. I tried baiting her in towards an E there. It doesn't work out, but again, we just keep clearing waves. This matchup is a matchup where you don't really beat her 1 versus 1 unless she makes a major mistake. But it is a matchup where if a jungle fight happens, you can roam towards. There's a high chance that Swain can do better job than Syndra can. Because Swain is just a better 2v2 champ. He's better in those rough skirmishes. He's better at level 6 when he can press ult and pop off in the 2 vs 2, 3 vs 3. Syndra is way more of a bully champ in lane. The 1 vs 1, that's where she accelerates at. While I don't really accelerate at that. She has more range, she has more burst, she can always outspace me pretty much. So the game plan is just to keep farming, staying as high CS as I can, while not losing too much HP. If I can fish for E-stacks, that's perfectly fine. If I can't, that's also perfectly fine. Just do my best here. You can see she walks up to punish the cannon. I'll just have to take the damage. I'm gonna walk up, back and forward, try and bait out her Qs. I sadly cannot land this E. Now with my E down, she's gonna walk up and I'm just gonna be a little more respectable. Sadly, again, it's very hard to dodge these Syndra stuns. But again, I am running TP, I am running second wind. So if I drop too low, I'll just have to TP back, no problem. The most important thing, guys, I'm gonna emphasize on this again, okay? It's that you are patient. It's a hard matchup, you will get pummeled, it will be tilting. You can get close to her. But if you wait long enough, a moment will arise where she will make a mistake and you can kill her. And if you get a lead first, then she can't kill you anymore and you can simply dominate a lot of the fights. I'll show you later on what I mean. But for now, we're just doing our best, staying alive and staying somewhat relevant in HP. Since I end up dropping low now, I am just gonna do my best to just clear as much as I can and not care too much about her more poke. And then just base TP back, right? So she walks up, I'm just gonna take the EW, trade onto her. I'm gonna wait until this wave crashes, clear the waves on the tower here, get this as much gold as I can, and then I'm just simply gonna base and TP back. So obviously she goes to punish the cannon. I actually end up losing it because I'm stunned. So I just walk up here, clear this. Now I'm too low HP, so I actually have to base. So just recall now, and we just TP back with our money spent. Now you come back to a lane where you can push it first because she based after crashing the wave. So this means that you reach the wave before her. So Q the wave, try and dodge abilities here, keep queuing the wave. So you can see I kill the wave first so I can move into top side river before her. Because the play kind of stops, because Garen goes top, I'm just gonna drop a ward and go back into mid lane. One of Swain's greatest strength lies in his W and the ability to help up your teammates without actually having to be there. So actually my teammates are going for a dive bot lane. I'm gonna place a bot side W while I take this health plant. This W gets some damage, it slows and it makes sure that you get some stacks. Stacks are very important to stay healthy and to build up some HP to make yourself have a bit of an easier time. So always be on the lookout for Ws, both for your own benefit and to help out the team. She now uses all her abilities on me, so while this might seem scary, I know she has no abilities, so I just freely walk up and start hitting the wave. I want to push this in before her E comes back up again. Her E is the only real dangerous ability, the one where she can kill me, right? So I try and push out the last thing. E comes up again, she's gonna chunk me again. But now, since I got the wave pushed, and next wave is a cannon wave, I decided to take a base here. Cannon waves are notoriously good to recall on, especially for Swain, because you won't lose many XP and gold, because it takes a lot of time for the tower to kill the cannon minion. And on Swain, you can snipe the cannon minion with W if it hasn't taken any damage yet. You can see I come back and I barely lose anything. So I just finished taking off the wave here. And now because I dodge her E, I'm gonna just push out the wave and then move to my jungle, who is bot side currently. So clear the wave and go towards your jungle. You always wanna roam towards your jungle. That is where the team fight is happening. So I'm trying to zone this Syndra off. I don't want her to just run towards my team. So she actually ends up flashing over the wall. Meanwhile, I put a W on Viego to get that assist. So I'm pinging on Syndra now because she has no flash. Everyone kind of drops her. So we end up just going back to normal now. Just make your way back into mid lane and keep doing what you're doing. Staying alive, getting as much CS as you can, and then be ready to move to these fights. These fights are what you're looking for. Those river fights. And if the fight kept going, I could get in there. I could start pulling people. I could start using ultimate, draining people. That would be very, very, very good. Now quickly let me pause this for you, okay? Remember, she just used flash before. Now she just used E. So what we can do now on Swain is place W behind her. And if that slow lands, or she tries to dodge it, we can land the E, pull her in, and then simply just kill her, right? She has no escape from flash and she has no peel from E because she used it aggressively. This is the moment I've been talking about all this time. This is why we need to be patient. They will make mistakes, even a challenger player. So Viego tries to come in and clean up, but Janna is nearby hovering, gives me a shield, and I simply pick up a double kill. So even though this is a really, really tough matchup, if you just wait long enough, chances are you might run into a mistake from the enemy team that you can capitalize on. So I capitalized on her no flash, and I saw she didn't have an E, right? So simply, I just used the W behind her, and then I just ran at her.
No, I'm dead by the way. Wow. My bad, I stepped up too much there.
This is a common mistake you will see, especially in lower elos, where people will just step up without actually having anything to back it up with. So if they do that, they step up with no peel ability, no flash, just run at them legit. Swain just eats them in ultimate form. Unless they have like a Syndra E to pull you off, or like a Zoe bubble. But if they already used that before, well then you know you can just go at them, okay? Try and look for those kill angles. There's a lot of opportunities like that go unpunished in lower elos. Something I usually see when I coach people are just like so many missed opportunities where people are just not actively thinking about what abilities does the enemy champ have. So now I get into a little altercation in the river and I'm pretty alone. I'm gonna run downwards towards my teammates. I'm gonna have to flash this Viego W just because if I get CC chain I'm probably dead. It's still not enough, but at least my teammates got something on the bot side of the map. But now something important comes up here, okay? So when you respawn, you want Varus to go mid lane. Your AD carry needs to go mid lane now. They've just taken bot lane tower. This is when the mid game starts. This is now your job to take care of bot lane and let your ADC go mid lane. Very important, okay? Keep this in mind. You need to swap once a bot lane tower falls. So you can drop into the side waves, push those out, and then rotate back in towards your team. Because I see where everyone is on the map, I feel safe about walking this far up. So I'm just gonna clear the wave, and then I'm gonna rotate towards my teammates. Gonna help out Lilia, look for maybe a play mid lane. This ward is kind of obstructing my roaming, so I can't really roam. I'm just gonna stick around a bit and see if I can catch Jhin lacking maybe. And one of the big reasons why we need to go side lane, not the ADC, is because I have TP as a mid laner. So now, once I see something brewing top lane, Luke Jhin, he can't join the fight because he has no TP, but I have, right? So when I see the enemies overextend, I TP in behind them and the trap springs. There's no escape from these three guys now. They're just eventually gonna get cooked by me and my teammates now. So I secure as many as I can. And then I'm gonna base because Garen can just keep on taking the top wave and the side wave. And I'm gonna go bot and make sure the other side lane is well under control and no waves crashing under your tower. So now we just push out waves past the neutral, and I see Viego bot side. So after pushing this, I'm just gonna rotate towards mid lane now. Enemy has to respond and go down in bot lane to cover and take this wave unless they just wanna lose hundreds of gold. So I make my way into mid lane and I just hover. Sometimes something happens, sometimes it doesn't. But you being here gives an opportunity to make a play. So I walk up, I land hook on the Jhin, I pull him in, and we get a good chunk onto him. It doesn't lead to a kill, but this is what I do every time in the mid game. Push out a bot wave, run mid lane hover. Sometimes you get a kill, sometimes you get a chunk, sometimes you get nothing. But this is like the best way to first of all get high farm, because you're not just camping mid, you're not sharing XP, you're getting the bot waves, but at the same time you're pressuring people, you're making them go down in bot lane, and you're also hovering mid lane, ready to help out your teammates, ready to make plays with your teammates. After it happens, so like after the play is done, we can just push out another wave in bot lane. Enemies are doing a top lane play and I cannot really help anyway, so I just get the wave pushed bot lane. I'm gonna recall, get my item, and now because my teammates are all pushing top lane, somebody needs to catch the mid wave, and you know what, I can fill in that role. So now we just go mid, we push in the mid wave, and then we go join our teammates. Okay, League of Legends is all about waves, and you want to be able to make sure there's no waves under tower being lost, no golden XP lost. Make sure we get waves pushed, and then we go make plays. Okay, don't just run in a straight line to the Herald here. Get the mid wave first, then we go. Enemies walks up to try and contest. ECW behind him. Force out the flash.
When their lives flash before their eyes.
So I saw Viego going towards our top side earlier. So I kind of know he's here. Sadly, he kind of gets the jump on us anyway and manages to get all these resets, which is a bit of a shame. And I miss my flash Q here. He does get run over by Max Verstappen. And now, you know, I can kind of just clean up this Sona. She's kind of easy to kill. Syndra does not have enough damage yet to just kill me. So I just kill Sona. And then I'm just gonna simply peace out and go back, spend my money. Again, after we respawn, drop into a side wave, and we push out the waves. So my teammates got mid tower, Garen died top. I know Syndra is on her way, because she is the enemy team side laner, and she's the one who should be responding to this push when Darius is top, right? Has to be her. So she comes down here, I'm gonna end up recalling, and once I come back and spend my money, I'm gonna go in towards and hover mid because bot is already pushed. I see Sona moving, and usually supports are gonna go ward this tri-bush, so I just wait in it, wait until Sona walks up to try and ward it, and actually catch her. She even ends up flashing out of pure panic. After this, we just drop into the bot side and pick up the waves that Syndra just pushed in. Now I make a mistake though, because I did see Syndra was down here last time, and I just go in and face check this bush. Pretty rookie mistake low-key from myself. This should never happen. I could have set myself where would Syndra be. Well, obviously she's just waiting somewhere. Maybe she even has Viego with her, right? Because we don't see Viego anywhere on the map. So that's on me, that's my bad. And again, even though my team is doing Atakan, I don't need to TP instantly. It's okay that I just pick up a few waves here. First, because enemy has not shown threat at all yet. So I'm gonna TP when they need me. And enemies are threatening a lot, and I wanna be here before this TP also helps scaring Viego off. And there could have been like 2-3 more people in the fog of war, right? So I end up TPing here, but I still managed to push out 2 waves bot lane. This is what you need to do if you wanna get and maintain high CS. You wanna make sure you hit the side waves, get the farm, so they actually engage on Garen. I find a E on Sona, I'm just gonna transform and kill her, trade 1 for 1, and because enemies are all top now, and we also catch Jhin. Jhin was the guy protecting mid, so now we can use this kind of tempo to just quickly freeman here, take down mid tower without the enemy being able to defend it, because they're so far behind. You can see we're kind of coming now, but it's like too late. We just take it and then kite downwards. So I have an AP jungler. I'm gonna buy Bloodletter's Curse second. And then Drake is spawning soon. I'm not gonna run top lane because I wanna be here early for the Drake fight. And I don't have TPR, right? So I'm just gonna W it to make sure it's not pushing that fast. So now, when Drake is up, guys, number 1 rule. Make sure you kill the mid wave here first, what I do. And then you rotate into the fight, okay? So enemies are already here contesting. I find a cheeky E on Diego. And this starts the whole fight. With the engage, I can just transform. And just run at them, right? I get a lot of healing from Janna. They're not able to kill me. And we can just chase them down now. 5 versus 3. And then hopefully, after the fight, secure the Drake. After we kill them, I just make sure that we take as many objectives as possible. We get the Drake, we get tier 2 bot lane. And then we just go back and spend our money. I'm gonna build towards Sonya simply to dodge either like a big Syndra burst or make sure that I don't just get like Darius ulted instantly and die quickly and give a Viego a reset, okay? Sonya is one of the best items to counter champs like Viego, Master Yi, Tryndamere. It really messes them up that you can just go invulnerability for 2.5 seconds. Great item against those kinds of champs. So after spending my money, I just jump into this top lane and I just push out. Since I have Lillian nearby, you can kind of push very, very far without much danger, right? We can easy 2v2, even maybe 2v3. So it's very unlikely enemies will be able to beat us here on the top side at the moment. So we're not able to kill the tower fully, but we get some damage down. What happens now kind of changes what we need to do, right? Garen is in bot side, 1 versus 2, and he ends up dying. So either now we have to instantly go on Baron, or we need to try and trap these guys while we still have a man advantage fight. So we actually try and go for the trap here, because it's kind of risky starting the Baron. We don't have like that insanely quick Baron. We kind of hope that Sona is going to walk in here. She doesn't. So we're in a kind of a awkward situation now. And we try and like go back and forth, but we end up committing to this fight. But the problem is they end up getting the takedown and the reset for Viego with this Darius ult on my jungle first. And this is pretty bad, of course, because this actually makes it so enemy can now do Baron, which was of course not intended to happen. This does end up leading to a bit of a mental room from my jungle and top lane. They both blame each other. I'm gonna just try and calm them just a little bit. I'm not tilted at all just because of that play. I know we have soul, I know we can beat them. It's just a little bump in the road. It doesn't matter, we can still win. A lot of times when people talk about League, they talk about macro and micro, but I think a third really important topic to talk about is mental, okay? It plays just as big of a part in your ability to climb as having good micro or good macro. Is how is your mental, how is your brain, how are you doing mentally when you get put under pressure, when you're in a losing spot, when you end up throwing. How do you react? You're gonna lash out, or what are you gonna do, right? So I pushed out the bot wave and I now end up hovering around mid lane again, waiting for play. I catch Sona once more and now I'm just back to trying to stop these side waves while I can, but the Baron minions are very hard to contest, so I'm not able to stop them taking the towers. A good thing happening though is Garen is pushing top, so he's kind of making the enemies get pushed on a timer, right? Because if they stay here for too long, Garen is just taking their base, okay? I survived the assault here, and we actually end up killing Sona as well. This prompts Garen to keep pushing in top lane, and enemies now have to go back and waste time on the Baron, which is very good for us, of course. And something, guys, I want to get back to as well is my mental part. I think mental is just so important. I think it's one of my greatest strengths personally as a player, is that I'm very hard to tilt, and I will rarely lash out at my teammates and start flaming them, guys. Nobody plays better when they get flamed, okay? Flaming a teammate does not do anything good for the game at all. It doesn't make your teammates magically play better now. It doesn't do anything. Stop flaming your teammates. Even though you do it to like maybe feel good about yourself just for a moment, but then you realize that now they don't want to play the game anymore, and now it's not good anymore, right? So really try and get your mental in check when you're queuing up a league. Make sure you're feeling good in real life. If you're feeling bad in real life, stop queuing ranked. that is just a recipe for disaster. Elder Drake is spawning soon. I'm gonna base in TP so I can be here for the whole fight. I really wanted to base because I had enough money for Seekers. Seekers is usually an item that can turn fights completely on its head. Because, you know, as I said as Sunya, denying Viego the reset could be the difference in winning and losing the fight. So, the fight breaks out. I'm gonna try and follow up on this Varus ult. Darius cleanses, but they kinda all going too far now. And I can just transform. I'm never gonna die. I get the hook on Sona. And now we can just chase them down. One shot Jin here. Place W on the Syndra. So it's easier for your teammates to catch that. And with enemies on long death timers like this, we can just march down with the bot wave that we have. This is also why you always wanna have waves pushed. Is so that there's always a wave to go and join and go and end the game if you manage to ace them. It always feels great to beat somebody who is very known for target banning and ghosting. I've also been target banned many times and it really sucks when people ban your champion because they see you in queue. Apart from that, I really just hope you enjoyed the commentary and maybe learned a new thing or two about League. Maybe got some macro down, maybe I helped your mental just the tiniest bit. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.